Good morning. Good morning, all you fabulous folks. I've got some of my good friends that are here today. Let's have a little bit of music.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Welcome to the homestead where the sky meets the trees. In northeastern NC where the living's slow and free. Ann and her husband, retired but not done. With love for the Lord and a garden in the sun. We prep for the storms no matter what may come. With canning and cooking and chickens on the run. Welcome to Andale Homestead, come on in, stay a while. Where faith, love, and family always make you smile. Choose your attitude. Every Tuesday at 11 on ChooseDay, we pick the road that leads us straight to heaven. Y'all take care, we love ya. Don't forget to come soon. At Andale Homestead, there's always room for you.
Oh, always room for you. Yes, yes, yes. Here at Andale Homestead. I'll learn how to work that thing one of these days. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Gosh, I really appreciate it. I'm not going to do the roll call again today. We're going to be up here just for a little bit, I'm hoping, unless I get real chatty Kathy. But we're going to be up here for a little bit. I want to catch you up. I got I got a little shaky head down there in the basement. I've got my security blanket, right? Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead down in the basement. And when I told him that I wasn't going to be up here but a minute, he went, nope, Every time you say that, you stay up here forever. Hey, Ann Francisco, you sweet, precious thing. This is Ann Francisco. She was the one that helped us with our accommodations last week. And she's a wonderful human that loves the Lord, and I love her very, very, very much. So let's get started, right? I really appreciate you all being here. I appreciate your prayers for being here. In case someone is new, there might be a new face or two that's in here. What we're going through now, because normally this is Tuesday, where you get to choose your attitude of the day. And today I'm choosing to go to war, and not in a bad way, to go to war with all of you, our prayer warriors, storming those gates of heaven and praying for Worth and for me. I need it too. And to be able to heal this journey, calm these seas that we're on, right? So I wanted to share a little something. I mentioned last week that we were going to be circling the wagons. We're circling the wagons. And I thought about that. And I was hoping, because I never know what to say anymore, these things, we get offended so easily. And I wanted to make sure that it was not anything offensive to anyone. And so I did look it up. And it might be if you look at it in a different direction. So I want to give you the definition, what Google says to circle the wagons are. And this is what I'm choosing to do, to circle the wagons, to go to war in prayer, walk on the Lord, propping me up on my leaning side, and move on. And it says, what does circles the wagons mean? It's an idiom, to gather a group of people together in order to protect them from being attacked, uniting to defend against a perceived threat or attack, often in a defensive mood. So that's what we're doing. We're gathering the wagons. We're getting in a defensive mood, right? So I wanted to catch you up a little bit about what we've been doing. And I really appreciate everyone here of going to the Lord for prayer with us. I really appreciate that. So, this past week, we had a second opinion yesterday. The second opinion on Worth's metastatic prostate cancer. And we went to UNC Chapel Hill. Now, that's about a 3-hour drive. And our sweet, precious son drove us there yesterday. And our daughter met us there, which is about the same distance from her home to UNC. And we all went in with bated breath to wonder, are they going to have a magic cure? What's going on? What are they saying? All those types of things. Well, ultimately, it's a little weird when the doctor comes in and goes, "Man, your scans, they're impressive and not in a good way." But they said the exact same thing of where we are now, which is much closer to our home as far as palliative radiation care. And then we met with a oncologist that takes care of chemotherapy. And she said, look, there's just one type of chemotherapy that you can take. Anybody can give it to you. I mean, I'm all pretty and I'm good and I'm all that, but you might not want to drive 3 hours just for me. Pretty much anywhere you go, it's going to be able to be administered and you'll be fine. So that was good. They did run some blood tests. Y'all, his blood test. Okay, men out there, this is my PSA, public service announcement for all of you men. Get your PSA levels checked. Get your PSA levels checked. It's a simple blood test, and they're going to draw blood when you go in for a physical anyway. Just get them to add the PSA test. And 0 to 4 is normal. A little above that is something that they need to watch, but it's important. So when Worth left the hospital, this is the treatment that he's had so far, right? He's had the hormone blockers and the oral chemotherapy. Um, his PSA levels were 477. Up to 4 is normal. But we had his blood drawn yesterday. And although his hemoglobin is still down low, which makes you feel terrible, his PSA levels have already dropped in 1 week to 130. So, what that means is all this medicine that's in there, it's working. It's eating all that yucky stuff away from him that he is suffering from. So, we were thrilled. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a false negative kind of thing, but we're taking it as what we can. And we're going on with all of the holistic healing. We're going to war. We're going to battle, both through prayer and through deed. And I'm trusting and believing that we're going on. So, yeah, went from 477 down to 130 in a week. Ha! So, if we have a specific prayer request, it is for his hemoglobin numbers to come up. That means that he needs iron. I'm trying to, if y'all have any ideas, this is where you can help me. Email me with some good ideas of protein to be able to get in this man. He loves liver, so I'm going to go buy some liver today for him to cook. Yuck, I can't stand even the smell of it, but anyway, he loves liver. Liver's very high in iron. He's got to have, we've got protein drinks that he's drinking. We have beef and chicken and the beef sticks that have protein. We have the fruit sticks that have protein. Lentils are packed with iron. They are, not for nothing, Homestead. Hemoglobin carries oxygen to the body and against tissue so that you can breathe. That's true. But lentils turn to sugar in the body. So we're trying to cut out the carbohydrates and those kinds of being a little bit careful. But you know what? At this point, we just need to get weight on the man. So if you can think of, Suzanne will be praying for you. If you can think of anything that can help with raising protein, raising iron, spinach, kale, we know those are both big. Iron supplements, liver, beef, chicken. But I want some snacks that the poor man, fish, yes, fish are good. I want the poor man to be able to walk by and grab something. So we've got almonds and walnuts and all of these things that we're trying to have snacks out. I have sliced cheese that I've already sliced up. Jerky. Yes, jerky. We've got some jerky that he's eaten. Check out Shackley products for protein mixtures. Okay. Increase the vitamin C, so it would increase the absorption. And yes, until he gets on chemotherapy, we do have herbs that are increasing our vitamin C. Please help me get food. Oh, yeah. No, Curtis, we don't do that here, honey. We don't do that, but thank you. Um, so I do need your help and ideas if you want to email me at andellhomestead@gmail.com. Maybe you thought of something I haven't thought of. We are one community here. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you and all of your input to help me to help him so that he can have a little energy. Yep, raisins, prunes, nuts, seeds such as pumpkin seeds, almonds, fortified cereals. The cereals are a little bit high in carbohydrates, spinach, even dark chocolate. Ah, okay, he might like that, as long as it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. We do have the dried fruits. We do have raisins. We do have nuts and seeds and almonds and spinach and kale. I'm getting ready to juice some things today with blueberries and strawberries and kale and spinach because you got to have something that tastes decent, right? You can't just give the man crud all the time. Cruciferous veggies. I don't know what that means, Deanna. I don't know what that means. Crucif Cruciferous? Cruciferous. I need to Google that. Deviled eggs are high in protein, but very little iron. He's eating eggs like crazy. He had 3 eggs this morning for breakfast. Frozen grapes and bananas are good snacks. That's right. Both of those, unfortunately, Heather, turned to sugar. Broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Oh, okay. All right. Got you. Thank you. See, I knew I could count on y'all, right? We got 2 cards in the mail. Got some mail. Natural sugars such as apples. You know what? We're going with that. God made that stuff. Long as it doesn't have added artificial sugars or it's not a mixture or a pre-made or pre-packaged anything, we're just going to do it. Look into L. Rutiri yogurt with Dr. William Davis. Maple syrup is natural. Freeze the protein drinks, plus can make your own recipe. Huh, I like that. See, because what's going to happen is his stomach has shrunk, of course, from being in the hospital so long. And, yep, okay, molasses. Yep, okay. It is a good sugar. And there are good sugars. It is a good sugar. Thank you, being us. Because it's left up to me and it's left up to Worth. And I don't know what I'm doing. This is all new. And I want to help the man. Yep. Molasses comes from pure cane sugar. That's good. That's good. So those are all helpful things. Thank you all so much. And I am going back and reading all the comments from everything and everyone. And I really appreciate you all. Anything that can help with iron, which when I was expecting my babies, I had low iron. So I would eat like a can of spinach with every meal. I got a little tired of spinach, I can tell you, but I think natural, real spinach that you get from the garden. L something is a probiotic, and that's amazing. I make my own. You feel much better. Christy Baum, that's awesome. I love you too, Shannon. Thank you. Praying for you too, sweetie. There's Peggy Herman. That's my auntie. She's doing great. I just made up a lot of salmon patties. Okay. Salmon patties and then vacuum seal them. That's good. That's good. Bet you won't read this. Jesse might not always be right, but he's never wrong. Beets. Yeah. That's thank you, Bob. And Bob, I need to email you about that particular oil that you were talking about. I don't have any idea where to get it or how to get it, and I might need some assistance in figuring that out. You love spinach salads with nuts. That's what he's been doing. He's been eating spinach, and I bought some fresh kale from the farmer's market. And I do have a real juicer that my friend Pam from Cooking at Pam's Place sent me. So I thought we could juice. But when you do stuff, you gotta like drink it all right then, right? I mean, you can't like save it because it turns brown and yucky. Isn't that right? So I only want to make like a cup full of juice. Had iron problems. Eat turkey tails. Turkey tails? Ew, Rebecca. But hey, if it's got iron, we're good for anything around here. Iron level should be around 100. Mine dropped last fall to 17. Been on iron supplements 3 times a day since then. Just over 50 now. Still eating foods and taking supplements. Rita, you do. You do what you can, honey. Ramaki, bacon wrapped chicken livers. Heather, that's a great idea. He loves chicken livers and bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? Everybody likes bacon. Turkey tail mushroom. We do have some turkey tail mushroom. He's taking that every day. And bacon wrapped chicken livers. I was chew on my nail and your iron goes low. Oh, you goofball. Sent me an email reminder. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. I really appreciate that. I really do. All right. So this is a card that we got from Tony and Joni. It's so special. Raw spinach leaves. Yeah, we do. We like raw spinach leaves, Dee. And this is Dear Ann and Worth. It's hard to know what to say at a time like this, but know I care that you're in my thoughts and you're not alone. Remember, it is done. Love and prayers, Tony and Jesse from Creekside Chronicles Church Family. Yeah, bacon. I got to go get a bunch of bacon. We're out of bacon right now. It would be my wish that this caring thoughts and world of support could make everything immediately better. But just know I believe in you, and I'm hoping the kind of brighter days you deserve are ahead. Until then, I'm certain your strength will carry you through. And they said, we anointed this cross with prayers and healing. This is a cross that Worth agreed to let me keep for just a minute. Yeah, too much iron. It does. Yeah. Let me keep for just a minute to put under his pillow. But they anointed it and with oil and prayed over it for him. What a comforting power thing. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tony and Joni from Creekside Chronicles, and all of you from the Creekside Chronicle family. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we do have to be careful with iron because he's terrified of getting stopped up again. We don't want those pipes stopping up. I can promise you that. Thinking of you. And this is from Kayla, Trey, and Bunky, the girls, which is from VC Family Homestead. And we love the girls. The Creek Freaks. Yeah, the Creek Freaks sent us a card. Isn't that sweet? May the God of encouragement, strength, and healing meet you in this time of need with encouragement to refresh you, strengthen to renew you, and healing to restore you, lifting you up in prayer. And they have a sweet little note, and it ends with, we love you, and we hope Worth can heal and get better soon, sending prayers. And the prayer is, heal me, Lord, and I will be healed, for you are the one that I praise. So sweet. So sweet. These things, these little things, you just don't know how much they lighten your load. Yeah. Go check out. Go check out. Let's see. And this is, got this is I have to have some carbs. I know, Miriam. This is my sister, Miriam Hunt. Y'all say hey to Miriam Hunt. And I love her dearly. But so, Miriam, if you missed the beginning, honey, the visits that we had at UNC said he's doing everything exactly right. They checked his blood. They said that his PSA levels have gone from 477 down to 130 in a week's time. That's pretty awesome. And his hemoglobin is still too low. And we want to make sure that he's not a candidate for chemotherapy at this time because he's not strong enough. Um, Forgot the picture. Hold on. That's okay. I'm not sure you can put a picture in this chat, honey. Venison is very nutritious for you. We do have some venison, but Ginger, the venison that we have, our friends, our loved ones that care for us so deeply down in Sneed's Ferry, gave us like a whole deer, three of them, a whole deer, like ham and leg bone. We had to slice off some of it just to get it in the freezer. It's frozen rock solid. How do you cook that? I don't know. I don't know how to cook that. So, I mean, I've had venison roast and things like that before that we have cooked, but yeah, we got to do that. I'll message my neighbor and ask her about iron and protein. She's a health wellness coach and helps people figure out their diets. Thank you, Sarah. That would be great. Any information that anyone can send me to my um, email, andalehomestead@gmail.com. That would be great. I do have bone broth. Yes, we have bone broth with grass fed beef that was sent to me by Monica and Eric Bland from Bland's Promised Land Ranch. I was making bone broth hand over fist. So we do have that. And what I did with the bone broth is because it's just kind of like broth. It's not very tasty, really, even though I put onions and carrots and celery and all those things while it was cooking, it's strained. But I understand that garlic is really good. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You text it to me. That's perfect. Plus, is a protein plus pasta. Okay. Now, so I understand that garlic is good and onion is good and some seasonings. So what I did with the bone broth is I was heating it up and I put whole garlic cloves, not whole. I mean, you cut them up, rough chop them. And then I rough chop some onions and then you put pepper and some other seasonings and things in there. And that was yummy. He liked that because he had to kind of eat the broth with a spoon. So I like that. Then I put it in a quart jar and stuck it in the fridge. And then Scott Broom, you rock too, baby. Um, Put it in a quart jar after he'd only had one serving of it. And then he got sent to the hospital for 2 weeks. So that stuff had to go by the wayside. But I've got a lot more bone broth. I've been cooking bone broth preparing for hurricanes and storms and all those things. And luckily, we're pretty doggone good and prepared. Yeah, I am. I'm relearning how to cook again. I cooked for 40 years every meal that we had, except for on the weekends, because Worth was at the shipyard all the time. But once he retired, that man took over the cooking department. He can cook a whole lot better than I can. So, Ginger, I would thaw out the deer meat, cut it in 1-inch cubes. Can you rethaw it once it's already thawed out? Maybe I could cook it and freeze it. I don't know. I'm talking three, like, wouldn't fit in our freezer pieces of deer, which is fabulous and high in iron. And we know where the deer came from. And we know what the deer was eating. So I know that it's good. It's just a matter of utilizing it. So we all have to utilize things. All right, guys, it has been almost 30 minutes here. I just wanted to catch you up a little bit. We're moving in the right direction. We have an appointment tomorrow at 3 o'clock, our first oncology appointment in Edenton. It gave us some peace to know that the oncology specialist that does chemotherapy in Chapel Hill said there's really only one type of chemotherapy that would be useful. And honestly, the medicine that he's on right now is one of the best things that he doesn't even have to do chemotherapy if he doesn't want to, but that the studies show that people that use all three, the hormone blocker, the oral chemotherapy, and the IV chemotherapy, have like a 60% chance of being on this side of heaven in 5 years. So we'll see, one day at a time, day at a time. And there, like I said, y'all pray for me because there are times, please, um, that I could easily fall into an abyss of black, of sadness, of worry, of stress, of wondering how in the world um, I would survive without this man in my life. But you can't let your mind go there. I mean, it can visit for a minute. It's important to visit, it's important to plan for the future, but I can't live there because I'll miss out on this minute right now, today. I'll miss out. And I'm not willing to give that up, these good times. Worth got up this morning. He cooked his own breakfast. He is exhausted from yesterday. We got up at 5:30 yesterday morning, left the house by 7. We didn't get back until after 7. He never took a nap in the car the whole time. Yeah, Lori, you understand. We never took a nap in the car. He never rested at all. He didn't eat all that much because he was so tired. And he it just is he's exhausted today. But you know, I can feel your strength, your prayers. The Lord is sending that energy and that imagine is that I'm imagining that strength. And he's probably going, look, y'all, I got this Worthdale thing. I know Worthdale. I got his name. I'm already in charge. I am going before him to prepare the path that he needs to go on. And we're counting on, yep, turn that worry into praise. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jacqueline Harrell. She's sweet high school friend that came by and hugged my neck. So, what we are trying to do is go into the most normal life as possible. I'm hoping that this will be, it's not going to be a regular occurrence for me to not to talk about just this yucky cancer all the time. I want to talk about our attitude, and how to choose it for the day. And Lazy Day's head said, not to change the subject, but how'd that farmer's market go this weekend? That was another thing. I did have a little teary time when I got in the car to leave the house because I hadn't left Worth before that. And no, I haven't. Ginger, you'll have to tell me how to do that. Um, so I was a little teary eyed because I was going to the farmer's market and I knew it would be from 8 to 1 that I would be away from him. And I just was, um, it's like leaving your baby for the first time that you go to work or leaving your pet for the first time that you've had right beside you. And so we did. Worth said, I want you to live, I want us to be as normal as we possibly can. His goal is to get up, to be able to gather the trash and drive it to the trash dump, and to mow the lawn, and to wash the dishes, or to walk around the yard and pick up sticks and things like that. So I want you to go to the farmer's market, and whether you sell a thing or not, it's going to bring a little bit of normalcy to you. And it was a great distraction, honestly, to be able to get there. I had to let go and let God. Had to. I didn't have a choice. And because I couldn't be with him. And it went very well. I was hugged and people were so sweet and kind and nice and saying they were praying for us, but I had a good sales day as well. And I was able to speak to others about helping their health not so concentrated on ours. That was a wonderful distraction. So I love you all. Whole bunch. Been 30 minutes. I'm going to pop on out of here like I used to. We'll have our giveaways soon. And, we're going to work out and see what's happened. Tell Worthy has company. I have to cut out those bad sugars. When you're an inspiration, we're walking this together. Yes, ma'am. And Jesse, just so you know, yeah, distractions are good. I started drinking the Coca-Cola Black. It ain't as good as the regular, I can tell you, but it's not horrible, and I could get used to it. I see you down there. I could get used to it, and that has 0 sugar in it. So my one vice in the world is drinking Coca-Cola. I can switch to Coca-Cola Black, and, so that's good. You still eat a lot of sugar? Man, soon as they tell you you can't have it, that's all you want. All right. I love you guys. Remember, the Lord says, well, for one thing, my prayer is, Lord, prop me up on my leaning side. And the second is, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. And I'm holding on to those rocks. I love you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Y'all take care. Have a great day. And how about joining me in going to war in our prayers? Bye bye now.